goes. In the old, from the crippled to the crazy, we entered into a new sphere of living. A new understanding of reality is upon us. We have descended into a new realm completely. We've descended into the realm of the apology. The Puffy apology. The apology that went around the world. Man, the Puffy apology has actually changed culture. It absolutely has changed culture. Because we have never really had an apology from individuals of this magnitude prior to them being charged. I don't think Harvey Weinstein apologized. I think some of these other guys, they killed themselves. R. Kelly, he was crying while he was in prison or about to be in prison under indictment. We don't usually get this type of apology. I'm gonna call it an apology because he called it an apology. We can talk about how much of an apology it was in a second. But we don't usually get this prior to finding of an admission of guilt. Normally what is going to happen is they're going to put out a statement. But the Puffy apologies changed some things. I mean, we had Will Smith apologize. I think Jada even came out and apologized for a minute for something. But the Puffy apology, if I may put it to us this way, has drastically changed culture. Let's talk about how and see if you guys agree with me. On the backs of a Me Too movement phenomenon, we have Cassie. Now Cassie's literally changed the game in the way of litigating damages on a civil level that are potentially criminal. She's changed the game. She's changed the game in a couple of ways because Cassie went and got all her receipts. Got all the receipts. She didn't call the police right away. She didn't make it a police matter. Remember, this all happened in 2016. She operated with the patience of Job. Put all of her receipts in order and dropped a serious case on Puff Daddy for $30 million. Of which apparently he settled in one day. Now, if somebody drops a lawsuit on you, and you have lawyers and you have power, and you settle in one day, every single lawyer that was on your team said, you do not have a prayer, take this immediately, it will keep you out of prison, whatever else they had to tell him. He settled that in one day. But Cassie wasn't done. She wasn't done at all. And we can see now what she had brewing. Puffy had an engagement at his house that we have never seen in a star's house. We have never seen a Pablo Escobar Godfather type of takedown on that level. Never seen anything like it. The leaking of that video clearly was done by the FBI or Homeland Security because they had the video. So they leaked the video. Right? This is going back to like Edgar Hoover days, where they're leaking tapes of various members of the black community having private engagements that, people might not want to hear. Releasing the Martin Luther King sex tape and things like that, which they did. Which they absolutely did. Said Martin Luther King was getting his groove on. They had the wife taped. They had everybody taped. So Homeland Security, they don't have everybody taped, but Puffy had all of his files. They emptied his place. She knew. Cassie knew. Everything you need is in that house. Everything you need is in that Miami house. You got to go into his videos. He keeps everything. He doesn't throw anything away. She knew this. And she said, you're going to find child pornography, you're going to find weapons, you're going to find drugs, you're going to find a plethora of things when you raid that house. On top of, and this is interesting because when you settle a civil suit, that person can no longer come against you as a witness, even for a criminal matter that's included in the civil suit. Anybody not drawing that up as a lawyer is not worth his salt. So even divulging things that are in the civil suit would have not been possible. However, Cassie figures out something. I'm not going to leak it. I'm just going to go tell the police where to go find it. Genius. I'm just going to go tell them where to go find it. And they can go find it and make their own decision. So not only is this girl, she's a cross between Nancy Drew and Scooby-Doo. Okay? She's Velma or somebody, because she has orchestrated the big sting on P. Diddy. But, and I think personally, I don't think her closing act has happened yet. I think she still has more. I think she still has more. Not only that, though, she has put an end to a guy that literally was untouchable. Let me tell you why Puffy's untouchable. He's untouchable because he has insulated himself from the criminality parts with the civil suit. He's untouchable because allegedly all those guns were registered weapons, the security team, his ducks were in a row legally, or else Puffy would have been indicted already. I believe Puffy, as far as criminally or otherwise, I think his ducks are already in a row. I think he's fine. His reputation, though, his reputation is going to take a hit, but this is why he's untouchable, because Puffy's a producer. He doesn't have to do anything himself to make money. He's the power behind the face, behind the voice. He's the secret puppeteer in the back. He can put people on and still make money. He could do it from prison. He can do it from Africa. He can do it from outer space. He's pulling all the strings in the background. His brands, his clothing, his alcohol, all these things. And Puffy's a good businessman. He's not a one-man show, running everything by himself. So he's a very difficult guy to cancel. Very difficult guy to cancel. The only way that you make P. Diddy a pariah is to ensure that anyone in the industry that comes through him, that does business with him, you're out. Same thing they're trying to do to Will Smith over a slap. over a slap. They want to ban Will over a slap. Well, if they banned Will over a slap, over a kick, a stomp, and a couple black eyes, boy, over basically pimping out Cassie for years, grooming her as a young girl, going into a relationship with her, keeping her as his personal pet. Wow. This gentleman is definitely one of the sickest dudes out here. One of the sickest dudes out here. When you got Cameron coming on, Cameron and Mace got their own podcast, coming on and saying, hey, I don't rock with that. I want nothing to do with that. Why are you interviewing me about him? No one's going to want to talk about, no one's going to want to be caught dead or alive at a P. Diddy party. Forever. That's a byword now. A P. Diddy party, the second it's called a Puffy party, people in Hollywood, people in the church, got to say that, people in government are going to be so much slower to go to celebrity parties now than ever before. Come on. Before you say, hey, Puffy's having a party. Yeah, get me an invitation. You're not going to do that no more. You're going to be like, whose party is that? Make sure you know. I need to know who's putting this party on. Who's behind it? Puffy? Nah, we're not going. We ain't going to that. Are you crazy? No. Puffy will not be at awards. He won't be at any awards. He won't get seats at the BET Awards. He won't be getting any Lifetime Achievement Awards. That's a wrap for him. His legacy is gone. It's trash. It's garbage. His legacy is over. He's an unmentionable. He's not Chris Brown. He can't dance and sing his way back into the hearts of the world. So you're saying Cassie could have just left? You know, I know some Cassies, though. And Cassie couldn't have left. Because Cassie's addicted to it too. Not as bad as it got at the end. But come on now. Cassie was doing a lot of weird stuff with Puffy. And let me tell you something. You ain't doing all that freaky weird stuff unless you're freaking weird too. She liked it. It's not the beating, not getting her head punched in, but some of that stuff, Cassie was on board. Cassie's culpable to some things, but you can never be culpable criminally, morally, or even rationally to getting your head beat in. You're just not culpable to them. I don't care how many 50 Shades of Grey you got. That was not a sex room. That was a hotel elevator beatdown. There was nothing about that was consensual. Nothing about that was solicited. Okay? That woman was beat down. And it wasn't the first time she was beat down. We know that too. In the words of Cat Williams, Puffy's going to ask you, and you have to say no. And we can figure out that this guy, was likely not just saying, "Hey, baby, come back over." I'm gonna fly you out in the jet. I'm gonna send you a Bentley. I know you want to get your body done. Listen, there's some money just is showing up for you. I want to just show you that I love you, and the inducements must have been incredible. They must have been incredible. Plus the drugs, plus the connection to victimization. Please do not underestimate that. A lot of people don't know. There's a lot of women that like victimization sex. They like it. Not to the point where they're getting hurt, but to the point that they feel, a little bit of bondage ain't too bad. And if Cassie's not the poster girl for that, then it doesn't exist. Because that's what they were on. Puffy was a cuckold, they call it. A gentleman who likes to see his girl being taken to Pound Town and ragdolled by other men. That was part of their thing. Listen, there's some freaky things happening in Hollywood, eh? There's some freaky things happening in your bedroom. You know that. And there's some even freakier things when you got millions and millions of dollars to do anything that your mind can imagine, in any place that your mind can imagine. It's a whole different world, baby. Yeah, she could have. I'm not saying she wasn't scared. Puffy is accused of blowing Usher's booty hole loose and turning Justin Bieber out as a kid. That's what I'm talking about. This guy is a demon, bro. This guy's a wild cat who's been doing stuff for a long time. Why do you think Justin Bieber, all these guys, Justin Bieber became a Christian, ran back to Christianity. He wanted to be saved. Mace wanted to be saved after Puffy got their hands on him. Listen, they run to their Messiah character. Our girl here, Cassie, she has her new beau. She ran to the new dude. And the hard part now is like, what does the new dude have to do with knowing? You see this beautiful girl. When I look at Cassie, I used to call her my official girl, man, because she had that song, right? I was like, this girl is so pure. This girl is so pretty. These are the girls these guys want to defile, though. But knowing that your girl has gone through all of that, man, knowing what she has been through, I'm not talking about just the beatdowns. I'm talking about being passed around Hollywood. Jeez Louise. Now that's your chick? And you didn't know all this before. You heard stories? Yeah, it was terrible to me. It was awful. It's just a terrible time. I don't want to talk about it. But then when all that stuff has to come out, and she has to start putting pen to paper and laying out affidavits and doing video statements and clarifying and checking and keeping receipts. Ooh, when she had to come out with the full story, and you as her man now, it's okay, baby, you can tell it. It's okay, I'm here for you. That happened too? He did that to you too? Boy, that thing, and of course, you can't make her become ashamed of it. It's not, because this is stuff that was done to her. Now, on the other side of the coin, if this had ever gone to any trial, the question's always going to be how much of it was consensual. But listen to me, it didn't go to trial. One day, this brother said, I will settle with you. Because Cassie had all of the other information too, like the brothers mention it. She had all of the people. He must have sat there and say, oh, don't worry about him. I had sex with him too. Puffy must have had sex with so many men, so many people, that he knew, I can't let this get out, man. It's going to mess up this person's money. It's going to mess up. You're going to have people coming back to sue him later, waking up and saying, yeah, I was raped by Puffy too. Listen, if you know what's crazy to me? They came for Bill Cosby, though. They came for Mr. Huxtable. They came for Fat Albert. But they're not coming in droves for Puffy. You know why? Do you know why? Can I tell you why? I'll tell you why in a minute. You see what you got to say. Puffy pissed somebody off. Yeah. She's in the Victim Olympics for sure. Hey, listen to me from Russia. What's going on, comrade? Bless you, bro. Salute to you too. Basketball G podcast. Who are they going to be at the party? Diddy is attending. Matt also. What do you? Sorry, I gotta read this better. He's saying, "Salute, my brother. People will ask who is going to be at the party. Diddy's attending. Yeah. People want to ask that too. Is Diddy going? I ain't going. Because now, even if Diddy goes to a party, it's a Diddy party. People are going to be like, yo, didn't this guy work with Diddy? Nah, bro. No. You work with Puffy, man. We can't have you here, bro. We can't have you here because it's going to look like you acting as an ambassador. No, bro, you can't come either. Anybody connected to Puffy who does not remove themselves, does not disavow themselves from him, they're going down that rabbit hole too. But let me tell you why these people can't talk. Because all of them made money, and all of those contracts have non-disclosures in them. Every single one of them. That's why everybody's so silent. Because Cat Williams said it right. You're not getting your booty hole blown out for nothing. Puffy's going to pay you to do it, and then that NDA will be signed. That NDA will be signed, and that NDA is a cease and desist, and you can talk, but all the money comes back. This is why Cassie is brilliant, or whoever is running her team. Because how do you bring up all of the things that were done to you after you collected the money and not be sued? That's the hard part. And that's what she figured out. Let the cops release it. Let the cops release it to TMZ. Let them do that. Man, I tell you. That Puffy apology. Let's get to where I wanted to start this thing. Get it to there. That apology is mind blowing because he got way ahead of it. The problem is he didn't let somebody write the apology because he didn't actually apologize to her. He didn't get ahead of it to the point. He got ahead of it, but he didn't get to the point where he said, "Hey, Cassie, I know we're never going to speak again, and I know you've moved on with your life, but I gotta say sorry. I gotta say sorry to you." He never did that. And the reason he didn't do that because that apology wasn't for Cassie. That apology was for you and me. That apology was for his public image. It was for his fans. It was for his entourage who will buy and buy into whatever he's bringing to the table. Who will legitimize his legacy. That's what that apology was for. I'm just trying to be a better person. No, you're not, Puffy. You don't. No, you're not, Puffy. You're not trying to be a better person, brother love. Okay? You're not. You're not. You are the definition of a predator, my brother. Okay? I don't want to call you my brother. You're the definition of a predator. You are a Luciferian, my bro. You are Luciferian. And some people said, you know what, after that apology, Puffy might kill himself. Guys like that don't kill themselves. They don't kill themselves because remorse makes you kill yourself. There's no remorse in Mr. Sean Combs. No, that's not a remorseful act. That what he was saying was not the indicative of a remorseful act. It was a presentation of, mild, I could say mild regret, looking at yourself, but remorse. Remorse is the action of human change, where you say to yourself, if I got that opportunity again, I would do it all different. Puffy's in the, man, I went a little too far there, man. I went a little too far with that. I was upset. You know what you did though, but I shouldn't have did you like that. But you got your money though. That wasn't that apology was Puffy absolutely getting in front of me, because some of you are going to buy that now. Some of you are going to eat that up. You're going to say, well, he said sorry. You're going to get some folks in the Southern Baptist Church somewhere there be like, you know what? The Lord says that if someone apologizes, you have to forgive them 70 times 7. Let me tell you something. If somebody asks for forgiveness, you have to forgive them. Sheesh. Somebody gonna say that. Puffy, first of all, he's never going to jail. That guy's never going to jail. His fate is something for the afterlife, but you're not going to see it in this life. Puffy has cards on he has cards on judges, senators. I'm connected to politicians. I'm connected to judges. I am nobody. You're telling me Puffy don't have connections? People haven't come. Preachers, judges, lawyers, listen, presidents, senators, congressmen. No, Puffy's not going to jail. Puffy won't even get indicted. You heard it here first. Puffy ain't gonna get indicted. They would have already hit that guy with something. They would have already hit him with tax fraud. Like, Puffy's going absolutely nowhere. And you're going to be saying, well, what happened to Puffy? All this stuff went down and nothing happened to Puffy. Yeah, Puffy's insulated by contract. Contract law is the law of America. It's not morality. That's what's in your head, in your heart, in my head, in my heart. No. Puffy made sure. Man, a music contract? The only thing more detailed than a music contract is a boxer's promotional contract written by Don King. That's the only thing that is more detailed. That's more detailed than the Constitution of America and every single amendment. They know where every nickel is going. They know what you can do, what you can't do, period. I'm telling you, Puffy's got NDAs on anybody he even breathed in the direction of. All of them. Nobody can talk about him because they would have been talking already. One day. Settled in one day. One day. And now Cassie can't talk at all. She can't say nothing. All she can do is release the receipts. And all those receipts were in that Miami estate. They're all in there. She didn't have them really. She had a few, but she knew where the rest was. She had enough for a one day settlement conference. But she knew all the big evidence, all the serious stuff. She knew that stuff was in Puffy's mansion. And you know what? She might have only sent them there for that tape. But they got everything. They sure got everything. Let me see what y'all got to say. Let me get out of here. Black men are mostly like Diddy and Will Smith and Jay-Z. They have trophy women but rather be bent over by their down low brothers. I don't know about all that. I'm not one of those. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Well, you said it a million times. Jeez, I saw it. This was the first week of this year. What else happened this week that was overshadowed? The Epstein list was released. Yep. They're still trying to get it right. The community at large doesn't give a damn about industry. Those that partake in this BS keep doing what they do and serve up their handlers. Yeah. And the thing is, it's really done. I think what this is going to do, it's going to change the way women see themselves. Cassie is a kept woman. And a lot of these ladies that want to be kept women, you want to be kept. I mean, anyone who has watched things for a while in the social media sphere has seen what takes place with a lot of these girls who are trying to be flown out, managed by a particular guy. They know what happens. This is now for everybody to see. This is what happens to you. If you want Cassie's life, you want to walk around on runways and you want to walk around on red carpets and you want to hang with ballers and moguls, you want that life? She had to pay for that life on her back. She had to pay for that life with black eyes, with bruises, with broken ribs. She had to pay for that life being pimped out, strung out. She had to pay for that life. And I don't know what father wants that for his daughter. I don't know what mother wants it for his daughter. And I don't know what woman wants it for herself. And I think a lot of young girls are going to be like, listen, this ain't worth it. You know, you saw what happened to Cassie. It's not worth it. The lifestyle's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And truly, the real value monitors of black women are black women. Don't wait for. I'm a guy that believes black men are supposed to, whatever it takes, take care of black women. And I'll say it better. Black men, no matter what it takes, are supposed to take care of black daughters. You start taking care of them when they're women, they're already broken. You got to be taking care of them as black daughters. Take care of your black daughters so that they can grow up to be great black women. But ultimately, the value that women put on themselves in this culture, where every part of your body is being merchandised, every part of you is being objectified, where no other time, no greater time, rather, in history, has your sexuality been for sale. Once black women start putting a premium on themselves and saying, you're not going to see me on your arm just like that, just so. No, it's not going to happen. You're not going to just ride up with me just so. And I'm not going to be some hard to get along with individual, but you know that when a black woman is on your arm, you've got quality. I'm not being sold. I'm not being rented. No. And it starts from small. When you see a little knucklehead, call your daughter. I met a guy the other day, and he was a black guy from my country, and he was dating a Cambodian girl. And I asked him, how did you guys meet? And she said, he was my first kiss. He kissed me on the playground at 12 years old. And they're in their 20s, and they're still seeing each other, still together. They're not married, but they're together. And I thought to myself, how in the hell this little Negro get into this Cambodian girl's house at 12 years old? How did you let your child? That's what I thought. People are like, oh, that's such a wonderful story. I'm thinking 12? I would have cut your lips off. You trying to kiss my daughter at 12 years old. Take care of these little girls from young. Give them a sense of value from young. This is a Cambodian girl. It's not a black girl story, but give them a sense of self-worth from a young age. And little boys looking to experiment with little black girls. You need to go somewhere else with that. Can't come over here with that. Can't come to Mr. Brereton's house. Oh no. Oh, you can't talk like that to Mr. Brereton's daughters. No. That's how our girls should be raised. You want to sow your oats, you're gonna sow them somewhere else. When you're looking to come and get married, that's you only come to our daughter's house to get married. You're not coming over here to have a good time, but big fella. All right? And then this is the other part of it. This is the hardest part for women. Is the greatest attraction now, that I have noticed, the greatest attraction for women in respect to men in their lives is, will he get my body done? Will he get my body done? Right? Because there is a debate over, do men like natural bodies or do men like women with augmented bodies? And the truth of the matter is, we like both. Depends what you look like. We want your augmented body to look natural. But shoot, if you got deficiencies and you go and you get that thing augmented and now you look like a brick house, we're not going to be upset with you. But if you're a young black woman and you're in this culture of body dysmorphia, of body shame, of augmented female looks, where trannies, men who have these modern day surgeries are looking more feminine because our idea of what is feminine is an augmented body, then women are going to start saying, well, I need my body done. I need my body done. And then it comes to, if a man can get my body done, then I'm going to be with him. And then it comes to, well, if he's getting my body done, he owns the body. And this is the concept and the foundation of where sex trafficking and all these things start. Well, he got my body done. He did my body for me. So he literally owns the body because he paid for it to get done. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? And so we need to now not just protect our daughters. We need to protect what they want as a feminine image for their lives. And listen, you mothers ain't doing a great job. I'm gonna say right now. Black moms, y'all, this generation of black moms, y'all terrible. Y'all the worst version of black moms. You know it. You know your mother didn't behave like you, most of y'all. Your mother was not like you. Oh no, the stuff you let your daughters get away with, your mother didn't let you get away with it. I'm gonna call all of you out. This generation of black mothers lets their kids get away with anything. You hear how black children talk to their parents today? When I was young, it's only the white kids could swear at their mom, could talk crazy to their mom and dad. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And it goes on to more, right? When it's easy for the man to be out of the house, them little girls start talking crazy. My daughters don't talk crazy to me, but they'll tell their mother. They'll tell their mother anything. And that's what happens. So now you have a whole generation of young girls that you can't control. You can't tell them what's right and what's wrong for themselves. You can't tell them what looks good, what doesn't look good. She's 9 years old and she's got lipstick. She got her ears pierced. She's 12 years old. She wants a tattoo. She's 15 years old. She's dating a guy 20, 22. She's 17. She wants her boobs done. She wants lip injections. She's 18 years old. Okay, she's got filler in her face, Botoxing herself up, filling up her lips. By the time she's 30, she's completely an augmented woman from head to toe. Head to toe. And she swears that's pretty. And every single week, they want the lips to be bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm watching it. I have young ladies who work with me. I'm like, I have to tell one girl, listen. You know, no disrespect. We don't know each other other than the social way, but I'm telling you, the lip thing, you've done enough. Don't do anymore, okay? You think so, Del? Yes, you've done. It's fine now. Leave it alone. Don't go any further than this. Young, in their 20s. I don't know what they want their lips to look like. They're augmenting everything. So Cassie is not built simply by the fact that she was a singer And Puffy took her as a girlfriend. No, man, the culture builds them. The culture builds a young lady who is capable of allowing it, and the culture build Puffy too, because it lets Puffy be Puffy. It lets Diddy be Diddy, because it says that if you've got enough money, then we're going to allow you to get away with things that we wouldn't let another person get away with. And that's where we are. That's why Diddy's not going to jail. Diddy's not R. Kelly. He's not R. Kelly. He's worse. He's worse because he crossed all of his T's and dotted all of his I's. That's why he's worse. He's worse because he's part of the infrastructure of the culture. They won't get rid of him. They won't get rid of him. Go on there, give an apology so we can get past this. We can just wash this thing away. We can get this off social media. NBA playoffs is about to start. Don't worry. It's in this circle of news. It's going to go away. Just get out there, get in front of it, apologize, and then disappear for 6 months. No, Diddy's not going to jail. They tried. Those guys would have had him already. They tried. They came to his house with half of the armed guard of the reserves of Miami. No charges? Jeez. It's crazy. Good. You're 19-year-old and you have perm in your hair. Good. And don't let her put no perm in her hair. When you get grown, go put perm in your hair. 19-year-olds now, they want tattoos. They want nose piercings, belly button piercings, nipple piercings, because who are they looking at? They're looking at adult women. They're looking at stripper culture. They're looking at prostitutes. They don't even know these girls are prostitutes. And some of them are not even looking at that. They're just looking at AIs. Looking at these augmented AIs. They're not even real women that are on social media saying, I want to look like that. Good. I'm glad she doesn't have her hair perm. I'm glad. And some of them, they want to put a big wig on their head. Why are you putting a wig on your beautiful hair? Your beautiful afro? Pick that thing out, girl. Get it braided up if you want to. You're going to put a big old wig on your head? Jeez. Started with the weave. Weave went to wig. Now it's gone, baby. It's gone. Every day is a different hairstyle. Some girls are just cutting all their hair off and just buying a whole bunch of wigs. Well, some of them have to because the alopecia from all the glue, they got no choice. But this is what I'm talking about. And this parenting thing, man, this is not a one-person job. This is a team up job. These kids are different. You think Cass, I saw pictures of that little 19-year-old girl. She looked like a regular little 19-year-old high school girl. And Puffy was, I'm so excited. I'm so inspired to work with you. Boom, 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 boom. A year later, he's dating your child, and you didn't say nothing? You didn't say nothing? I'd be like, yo, bro, I didn't bring you here to date my kid. You're not dating my kid, eh? But of course, the money comes, and man, I love her so much, and we're gonna just do amazing things together. And Cassie, I need you to fly out. And of course, you're gonna get too busy for the parents. Parents got a regular job. You're a star. He's going to do all kind of stuff with you. All of a sudden, you're dating. Look at my baby. She looks, she's dating Puffy, right? Yeah, she's Puffy's girlfriend. You're all happy about that because you didn't know what was going on. No. I hope she's okay now. I hope the guy that she's with now, she's safe. I really do. Bless you. Bless you, bless you, bless you. I appreciate that. Herman Rome, my brother. What does it say here? Let me read it. It says, be mindful of blaming our people for bearing scars of white supremacy attacks. It's true. We have definitely the scars of it. But if I may, I've had some, this is what I think the effect of white supremacy does on this particular part, okay? And that's the root, but the leaves and the fruit is this. I had a foster kid that he was a hoarder, and he would hide spoons, he would hide food, and I would ask him, David, why you keep hiding everything, bro? What? Because I never get it. I never get it. By the time it comes for me to eat, I never get my stuff, so I hide it, and sometimes I don't have a fork. And basically, he never had anything. And then when he goes from foster home to foster home, he loses stuff. So his mindset is, all my stuff gets lost. And this is what's happening in the black community. When we get to the point where we want everything, we want so much, and then, you know, we can say it is rooted in the absenteeism of having our own liberty, having our own money, having our own capacity to earn and to be independent. But at the end of the day, we got to look ourselves in the mirror and say, when is enough enough? When is enough enough? Right? White supremacy put me in the race with a pack on my back and with a disadvantage. I got to catch up. But my character is my character. I'm at a disadvantage. But white supremacy is not giving me my character. It's not doing that. It's placing me at a disadvantage. And when I wake up and recognize that I am a blessed black man, or let's use Cassie, that Cassie is a gifted black girl being connected to other gifted black people, and those people co-victimize, those people allow for the prostitution, human trafficking, the beating, the mental deprivation of individuals. Deprivation of their own people. When they do that, then you got to say, white supremacist, I know you started me off, but this is me. This is me. This is all me. And so I am understanding in respect to how we started, but we've got somewhere along the line to say, listen, nah, my character is going to take over from this. Puffy's a horrible character. He's a victimizing character. And he's a groomer. He knew Cassie was susceptible to everything he wanted. He knows who to choose. Come on now. They used to say things where guys would see a girl, back in the day, a girl who had the so-called tramp stamp on her back. They'd be like, oh yeah, tramp stamp. Or they'd say, oh, she's got daddy issues. Yeah, we love those girls. We love those girls with daddy. Because even in that microcosm of socialization, you're still grooming. You're looking at individuals who have a predisposition to be an easy touch. Guys say it out in the street. So pimps and human traffickers and individuals like Puffy, he saw it the whole way. He knew very easily, oh yeah, that's about to be mine. Oh, that's going to be mine, baby. That's mine right there. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna do everything with her. She's mine. So he knew what he was doing. And the thing is, the thing is, the next generation, the generation that birthed her, the last generation rather, we're not gatekeepers to keep puffies away, because you want success by any means necessary. So that's how the R. Kellys of the world are able to marry 16-year-old girls. That's how come they can do that. Because you want success so badly, you're willing to sell your daughters for it. Every ancient culture sold their daughters. It's called the bride price. They sold their daughters. And this culture does the same thing. You will sell your daughter to the highest bidder. And it will not be about character. It will be about who can pay the bride price. Still happening today. And until, like I said, our culture develops a mindset to protect black daughters, protecting black women is too late. It's too late. Because by the time they become women, how can you protect her from something she wants? How can you protect her for something now that she has a taste for and an appetite for? Because she's been raped in college, so she likes rape sex. That's what she likes now, because she was raped in college. So now, that's what she likes. It's too late. You didn't protect her when she was in college or even in high school. But that's what she likes now. Come on, you guys know. You men know. You come across a young lady, and she wants to get choked, and she wants to get hurt, and bent up like a pretzel, and get her hair yanked, and all these kind of things. You know what that is. Oh no, that's just it's we know what it is. We know where it comes from. And in some women, when they are groomed like that, it can go much further. And that's what happened with Cassie. It went way further than that. Way further. Way, way, way further than that. So now, abuse is her fetish. And now the abuser doesn't know the difference between fetish and punishment, and becomes a monster to her, in and out of the bedroom. It's craziness. You guys know, I'm not talking to dummies here. I'm not talking to stupid people. You guys know what that is. And if you don't, well, welcome to the real doggone world, because that's what it is. And his apology, Puffy's apology, was simply the apology of a monster who still has meat from all the people he's eaten in his teeth. Boys and girls. Somebody said it on here. Somebody already said it on here. Okay? Let me get back. Somebody already said it on here. Justin Bieber, little white kid too. How old was Justin Bieber when he got into the industry? Timberland brought him into the industry, but who knows? Listen, you guys, listen, our generation, all Puffy is for us, Puffy is the Michael Jackson of just generation. Right? That's all he is for us. Right? And Cassie could be the Macaulay Culkin, the female version of this generation. We've already dealt with it. We've already dealt with Bubbles and Michael Jackson's weird fetish around little children. They tried to protect Mike his entire life of being weirdly attracted to children. Because he was such a big star, they covered that up. He never went to prison. Let me see here. Alec, how much money do you want from me? Someone ever going to involve slavery to be a solution to pain and suffering permanently? J-Lo got beat up by Puffy. Yep. I don't know. J-Lo never got beat up. That's not true. Baltimore, if a Caucasian woman walked up and punched me in the face, my first reaction to do is ask someone to film it. All right, y'all keep debating that. No problem. That's good. This is what this live is about. This is what this live is about. I'll check it out as I go. Michael, you knew Michael was playing with children? The real doggone spiel it is, Herman. Listen, y'all knew Michael was playing around with children. Y'all knew Michael was playing with children. Come on. Who doesn't know Michael was playing around with little boys? Come on, we knew that. Little white kids, little white people bringing their children to sleep with Mike in the same bed. Mike would say it. We slept together in the same bed. Michael's like a child. He wants to revisit his childish year. Oh, what the hell? What in the hell? White people were letting Michael Jackson sleep with their children. And then they sued. How many white people sued Michael Jackson over sexual allegations with their little white children? And all those things were settled. They settled that fast. Jeepers creepers. There was no social media back then, and that was flying around the doggone world. Michael, listen, Cassie ain't Michael, and Puffy ain't Michael neither, but this is the same thing. This is the same thing. And that apology, that's all whoever was his handlers needed him to do. That's it. You better get on there. You better cry. You better sound disgusted at yourself. Tell them that you're going to do better. You're going to go to counseling. You're going to be a better human being. And you're totally disgusted with yourself. And that's it. Because we've already settled this in court. This is it. Don't say too much. Say what you got to say and get off. But do it yourself. And maybe that's why he couldn't apologize to her directly. Who knows? He just had to say, I'm disgusted at myself. I'm ashamed, and I want to be a better person. That's not who I want to be as a man, and everything else. You gotta say all that. Say everything you gotta say, buddy. Say all that. At the end of the day, you're a low down, dirty dog, Puffy. This is a G-rated show. I can cuss, but I gotta cuss properly. You're a low down, dirty old polecat. You a wolf out here eating lambs for breakfast. You a nasty Negro. That's what you are. That's as far as I can go. As far as I can go. I can't say no more than that. I'm limited by the linguistics of my salvation. But that's a dirty, dirty guy right there. One of the worst. One of the worst in the history of what we've seen. And he's one of ours. Listen, every time there's a white serial killer running around, black people say, oh, well, we ain't out here. At least we ain't out here. It's not us out here killing everybody. You know, Son of Sam's a white guy. Them serial killers, my Dahmer, he's a white guy. Okay. Bernardo is a white guy. Okay. Well, what do we got here? What are we producing? R. Kelly's, Puffy's, Epstein go out there and victimize his own people, but we don't victimize our own. No, we're not supposed to do that. We are not supposed to be in here victimizing our own people. We're not supposed to be doing that. That's not supposed to be known in our culture. I said it in the other one. That's not. We shouldn't be in a scenario where it's like, yeah, this guy, what's going to happen is, oh yeah, he can sing, no problem. What's going to happen, he's going to sign, and he's going to have to, have sex with a couple of producers, and then he's going to be the biggest star in the world. But little boy, you're going to have sex with a couple of producers. You know that, right? That's basically what's happening. That's basically what's going on. Little girl, you about to be big. I'm going to introduce you to some people, but have you lost your virginity yet? You have? Good, because you're gonna have to. Yeah. How do you justify that? Everyone now who wants their child to be a star, understand. You understand now the dirty business of show business. I wanted to be a star. Oh my gosh, she sings like Whitney Houston. You better keep her in church. Because church is bad enough. You better keep her right there in church. You better keep her somewhere. She better sing in her bathroom. You better set up a studio right in there. Because anyhow, you release her into that dragon's nest. That's what it is. That is what it is. And entertainment and with women, it's bad. You want your little daughter to be an amazing basketball player? Well, she's going to be exposed to homosexuality from the time she's about 15 years old till she finishes playing basketball. Gay girls are going to try her and 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 try her. That is not the case with boys basketball. Little girls, listen, there's a lot to be said. When you put your little girls and stuff, man, a lot of people, this is something that really, it hurts me because being divorced I do not have as much control as I used to have. I don't even believe in sleepovers. Sleepover where? No, 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 no. You're not sleeping over at nobody's house. Why would I let you sleep over at somebody's house? You're my daughter. Dad, nothing's going to happen. You're right. You're going to stay here. You want your friend to come over here? Let him come over here. I don't know who. Single mom? What if she got a boyfriend? They're married? What if dad owes somebody money and they come collecting when you're over there? No, 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 no. You stay here. Stay right here. I'm not sending my girl children nowhere. I'm not sending my girl children nowhere. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, people. Protect black daughters. And when they're black women, they'll look you in the face and say, I don't need protection. My daddy taught me about this. Don't worry about it. And then, good. They know who to pick. They can smell a dog. They can smell a dog at 100 paces. And they could see a wolf coming. They can hear the howl in his voice from the time he says, what up, baby? No. You got to change. We got to change how we deal with these things. Because I guarantee you, my friends, puff daddies of the world are not going anywhere. We are producing them. We create them. And unfortunately, they're not going anywhere. There's always going to be a devil in the Garden of Eden telling you to eat forbidden fruit. Period. There's always going to be one. And us as black men, we got to kill that snake on sight. I preached this the other day. All Adam had to do was kill that snake on sight. That's all he had to do. Kill that snake on sight. I said this, these are for the biblical theologians. I said that Eden, that was the altar of God. But the altar of Adam was Eve. And that devil came to desecrate both. But what do you do with a beast that comes to the altar? If it has sin, you kill it and offer the blood. That's all you have to do. And every single Puffy that comes into our community, and I'm going to say it straight, you put your hands on my daughter, they ain't going to find you. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. They ain't going to find you. I'm going to stamp your passport for the sweet yonder. Okay? You're going to be singing with the angels in the upper room somewhere, and it probably won't be the angel you're going to be singing with. No. You put your hands on our daughters, you're going to be walking around with nubs, baby. That's all there is to it. Puffies should get no mercy. Just like prisoners who go to jail for raping children, get no mercy. He should have no one in the street who gives him any kind of shine. He should have to have security for the rest of his life. You know, it's funny in the black community. We let a lot of people get away with craziness. I don't know why Zimmerman's still walking around. Trayvon Martin should be turning over in his grave every time that guy gets a birthday. And to me, very honestly, Puffy should get a slap every time he walks into any community. One backhand, bow, and a kick, bow. You like to kick women? You like to backhand women? Here, come here, pow, kick. Have a good day. That should be his penance. Every time he goes anywhere, he needs a backhand and a kick, because that's his behavior. This is Del K. Brereton. This is The Real Spiel. I don't believe the apology. I don't believe the apology. And I appreciate everybody who's coming on the spiel to check this out. I do want to read the comments, so I'm gonna pull over for a minute and just scroll the comments just to make sure that I'm not leaving any out, because y'all been saying some stuff, and I want to make sure everyone speaks about JB. What about Usher? Yep. Tell me the number. You want money for what? That's a private conversation. Yo, don't do that to Mike. You know Mike was doing that. Come on, man. Herman, you know Mike was doing that. Justice came down to death. Hold on. I'll pull over here. Get me a little read. Give me a little read of what y'all talking about here. Where am I here? Okay. Let me see what y'all saying. Them children grew up and admitted MJ never touched them. Yeah, they couldn't. They couldn't say nothing. MJ said a lot of crazy people need to separate the music and the weird stuff he did. Let me see. Slavery is very much alive and current. Absolutely. Okay, you guys are having a private conversation. That's okay. Okay. Alex is a troll. Okay. We're having a conversation. We're allowed to be upset because of, yeah, go ahead. Have your conversation. Yeah, we're still waiting for those Epstein videos. Yeah, he and Clive Davis were lovers. Who's that? Is that Mike Jordan? Michael Jackson? Aaliyah wanted to be a star, so R. Kelly made her one. Let me see here. What do you think the money comes from? Y'all really, y'all getting into this. Y'all getting into this. Oh, Diddy and Clive. Wow. Anyway, listen, I really appreciate you guys, man. This is Del K. Brereton. This is The Real Spiel. Diddy, I don't believe the apology. Don't get to inherit the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and all the freedoms of the U.S., but pay back out when it comes to paying the cost. That sounds like a lie, Herman. All right, man. We'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.